Hello, everyone. I have here with me Sandra Stockenberg, who is from Sante Magazine, and we are going to talk about WineGURU. So, WineGURU is an AI, a knowledge avatar AI, that helps you pair wine and food. She can recommend specific brands. These are brands that we have trained her on, so brands can work with Sante Magazine to have their brands represented by Wine Guru. So we're just going to have a little conversation with Wine Guru and see what she can come up with. Hi, Sandra. How are you?
Hi, I'm doing well. How are you? I'm looking forward to meeting the book.
So did you have some questions prepared for her?
I do. And what is her name?
We could ask her that. That's something that we could ask her. But before we start, I just want to explain how we're going to do this. She cannot hear you, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to ask the questions. Either going to type the questions in or ask her the questions with my voice. We can talk to her with voice, or we can text her information. So
Okay.
so that's how it's going to work. So you can ask the question, then I'll type it in, and then we'll see what she says. Okay. So let's start.
I'm curious to know which wine pairs well with salmon.
Which wine pairs well with salmon? She's thinking.
Rich white wines such as Chardonnay, Viognier, Roussanne, and Marsanne pair well with salmon.
All right.
Okay.
Did you want to ask her name?
Yes, I'd like to know your name. What is your name?
Charlotte.
Charlotte. Nice to meet you, Charlotte.
Nice to meet you, Charlotte.
Nice meeting you too, darling. Spill the beans. Do you prefer a buttery Chardonnay or a fruity Merlot? And how about pairing it? Cheese platter or a hearty steak?
So she'd like to have a conversation. She's very conversational.
I like her.
Do you want to answer her question?
I prefer a buttery Chardonnay, but I'd also like to know if she can recommend a buttery Chardonnay to bring to a casual summer dinner party.
Okay, so there's two questions. So let me ask. I'm going to respond first. The best way to
Is
interact
one minute,
with about this sort of one sentence at a
one
time.
question at a time. Okay.
Yeah.
I wasn't expecting that she would answer me with the
Oh,
buttery Chardonnay.
darling, a buttery Chardonnay is like liquid gold, isn't it? Now pair it with a luscious lobster tail, and we're having a party for the taste buds.
Nice. So what was your next question, Sandra?
I was wondering if she could recommend a Chardonnay to bring to a casual dinner party. Nothing
Ah,
too expensive.
okay. So can you recommend a Chardonnay for a dinner party that is not too expensive?
Yes.
Uh, okay.
Jordan Chardonnay Russian River Valley 2020.
Okay. So we have a database of wines that we've entered into her database, her memory,
Yeah.
uh, and we can add more to it. So she's now reading content from that and making a decision as to what to recommend. So obviously, if we have we are constantly adding to this database, and the idea is that brands can work with us to have their wines represented in this knowledge base. Wine Guru is going to be on the Sante Magazine website. It will also be on different websites. It could be on the company's brand website. We can actually customize Wine Guru so that she only has the wines of a particular company.
Hmm.
So we can have different versions of the Wine Guru. And also, we are going to have a kiosk so that the wine guru can be giving people advice on wines in retail in retail shops, especially those shops that where there is not a wine expert. This way, the shop can actually give people advice without having to hire
Right.
experts. And many shops, many retail places don't have the funds to hire experts. So people who go into these shops, they're on their own basically, right? So that with Wine Guru, they can get some real advice.
So if
They,
I went into a shop, I could ask Wine Guru this following question. Can I ask her a question?
sure, go ahead.
Can you recommend a full-bodied red wine in the $25 range?
Okay, can you recommend a full-bodied red wine?
Bold. Mm,
Bold, okay, full-bodied, bold red wine in the $25 range, you said?
yes. Yep.
Now, of course, this may depend on whether or not it's in the database, but we'll see. Let's see what she says.
Cabernet
Oh,
Sauvignon is a full-bodied bold red wine that is often found in the $25 range.
okay. So she didn't recommend a specific wine, and I suspect that the reason for that is because it's not in our database yet. We just started adding content. So I know, for example, I know that we have Croatian wines in the database. You want to ask a question about Croatian wines?
Yes. Can you recommend a bold, full-bodied red Croatian wine?
It's just a bold red Croatian wine. That's right.
The Rizman Slivno Plavec Mali 2015 South Dalmatia, Croatia is a bold red Croatian wine. It offers a medium bold profile, high tannins, dryness, and acidity. This wine offers a remarkable and robust drinking experience. As you approach this wine, its excellence becomes evident. The first sniff reveals intriguing aromas of blackberry, plum, pepper, and dark chocolate, captivating the senses and hinting at the depth within. Upon the first sip, you are greeted with a burst of juicy fruit flavors that are complemented by a textured mouthfeel and heady tannins.
Well, I'm
Wow,
sold.
that's amazing.
Yes. So that is how Wine Guru can provide advice. And we are also going to have a mixology guru coming up. A mixology guru will give you recipes for different drinks. How do you make a whatever? How do you make a Negroni, for example?
Yep.
um,
Yep.
but also, it will recommend specific ingredients. So, which vodka should I use?
Or the
Which
proportions that you
gin
need
should I
to
use?
mix. Yeah. Yeah. So it'll tell you step by step the quantities of each.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. And then going back to Wine Guru a second, is she also knows very general things, and we're also training her on general things about wines. So, for example, you could just ask her, um, about Tuscany wines or Italian wines, and just general ideas. If you just want to learn more about the wines themselves or about a particular region, you can ask her
Hmm.
about those
So if
regions.
I were to ask her to tell me about rosé, just a general question, she could.
Yeah, let's find out what she knows. Tell me, ask me the question.
Please tell me something about rosé wines.
Please tell me something about rosé wines.
Rosé wines, darling, are like the flirty minks of the wine world. Produced from a wide variety of grapes, they're not fully red, but have just enough maceration to make them blush. They're known for their light, refreshing taste, often with notes of strawberries, cherries, and citrusy zest. Ooh, and they're incredibly food-friendly, especially with seafood or salads. Perfect for a sunny brunch.
So
Beautiful.
I just wanted to comment also on her personality. As you can see, we've given her some personality. Personality is it's now, it's like a plug-in. We've given her that the personality of, I think in her case, I suggested that she be sassy. This is her sassy personality, and we can give her other characteristics. We're also going to be giving our bots facial expressions, so that when there's some gap in between there's a lag between when we ask the question and she's thinking, she can respond, and have some facial expressions. Whatever the things that humans do, when we're
Yeah,
thinking,
yeah,
we hem, we haw, but we also have facial expressions to tell people that we're thinking.
yeah, yeah.
Now, just to give you an idea of how extensive the bot is, she has about 100 trillion pieces of information available to her. So
Wow.
about the same number of synapses that we have in the human brain. Now, it's not 100 trillion pieces of information.
Amazing.
So it's not just 100 trillion pieces of information about wine. It's about all kinds of different topics, but certainly wine makes a big component of that. And the content that we train her with, that takes priority over anything else that she knows. So she may know about other wines as well, but the wines that we train her with, that a sponsor may work with us for, those are the ones that she will prioritize in her responses. So what do you think?
I think it's incredible. So if she were at a kiosk in a retail store, theoretically the retail owner could program every single bottle of inventory that they have, and she could answer
Yes.
everything on anything.
And the training is very easy. The training is just a matter of uploading a description of those wines, the name and the description of the wines, and that's all it takes. And so we can just upload a whole text document that
Yeah.
describes all these wines. So a lot of companies already have that information. So it's not a matter. There's no programming required. It's just a matter of cutting and pasting and
Entering.
uploading information. Yeah.
Incredible. Absolutely incredible.
Well, thank you
And
very
she's
much, Sandra, for the time.
Thank you for introducing me to Charlotte.
You're welcome.